Hello everyone and welcome to last week's news today. I'm back after being very sick and ready to jump into it. Alpha 2 is well underway now, with the first phase key holders joining the test on November 8th. 2 fresh start realms were added, one for US Central and one for EU West. Steven also reported that several of their servers are at maximum CCU, which is 3,000 concurrent users, and are performing very well. We also want to commend the team for successfully handling DDoS attacks over the past couple of weekends. This weekend we saw Intrepid effectively mitigating attacks against their service. Steven also noted that users from China, Indonesia, or Vietnam will not be able to access Intrepid services. If you missed it, during an interview with Piratesoftware, it was announced that realms will be wiped on December 20th for Phase 2 to implement balance and content changes, as well as introduce new elements in the early leveling process. These changes are based on data collected over the last several weeks and updates from their development and QA branches, which they want to see tested by players. You can watch the full interview linked below. It was a really great interview, about 2 hours long. While much of the information was already known, the stream was particularly useful for newcomers to the community. So if you are new to the following of AOC, it's definitely worth checking out. During the interview, it was noted that many systems are still being worked on, such as the inventory system. Steven mentioned that until these systems are fully operational, Intrepid plans to implement a feature during A2 where looting corpses will flag you as a combatant. It was also noted that the rogue class won't be available at the start of Phase 2, but it is expected to be added within the first 3 months, although this is subject to change. Steven also mentioned on Discord that node data is still being collected and that node leveling speed has not been finalized. He also mentioned that stalls are being prioritized so that the basic ones are set up as soon as possible, which is exciting to hear. It is one of the milestones for Phase 2, but hopefully this means it will arrive sooner or at the beginning of Phase 2. We also want to gently remind everyone that the focus of Phase 1 is on scalability, stability, performance, and progression. With that in mind, Intrepid does want to hear your feedback. There is a feedback thread where the devs are asking you to share your thoughts on Alpha 2 with the team. I am thoroughly enjoying the alpha so far. While I've been pretty sick, I have managed to get to level 11 and try out some crafting through animal husbandry and leatherworking. They have a solid foundation so far. I love how Bard plays and the combat is very enjoyable, but I am not a huge fan of the crafting yet. I have had very little trouble with stability and connectivity, but unfortunately the game hogs so much of my CPU that I have a lot of trouble getting things recorded, so hopefully as they optimize it, I'll be able to get y'all more footage. Next, we have patch notes from Alpha 2 showing changes that were made for the test. They are extremely lengthy, so we'll try to condense them. As many Alpha 2 and PTR participants know, the team is updating with patches nearly every day, and things are changing quickly as they collect live data from players, which is amazing. Remember, the Alpha 2 weekend schedule is as follows: Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific time to Sundays at 10 p.m. Pacific time. So here's the highlights. They added optional PvP safety for non-combatants level 5 or lower in starting areas, introduced a 1-minute PvP protection for characters resurrecting at an Ember Spring, looting non-corrupted corpses now flags players as combatants with a clear warning in the looting window, guards will attack PvP flagged characters including both combatant and corrupted types. Quest numbers on the map now match those in the character's quest tracker. Now onto some general character changes. Dodge and guard can now cancel other abilities. Self buffs are removed when respecking the skill tree. Evasive maneuver duration reduced to 1 second. Fixed characters getting stuck during loading. Unstuck now has a cast time. Gold cap is set to 200. Durability loss always occurs on death. Overall equipment durability increased. Added automatic target selection. Auto attacks stop if the target dies/changes. Food buffs no longer provide regeneration while eating. Separate buffs for food and drinks. Increased health and mana regen rates out of combat. Rations provide more regen. Updated visual effects for animations, fixed bugs with footsteps, targeting, and casting, improved Vec cloak visuals and player movement, fixed bugs related to chilled stacking, delayed damage numbers, and equipping tools. Bard had the most changes this time around, and so far, through the amount of time I've had to play it, they feel just fine. So, Quick Wit, increased base damage, slightly reduced passive fire damage. New conditional interaction with Fierce Wit. Monologue renamed to Endless Jest, with increased charge count and added pet buff. Introduced Jest and Mock skills as a separate cooldown options. Resonant Weapon, now granted at level 5, no longer a free combo finisher. Gains resonance stacks up to 10 when casting non-melody abilities, enhancing combo finishers. Shielding Dance, shields from multiple bards no longer stack. Base shield reduced. New passive boosts shield amount and grants resonance on full absorption. And Maddening Dance, increased damage, removed interaction with humiliation, added passive for stagger and stun effect. Hymn of the Mind, faster projectile turn rate. Lovely Serenade, reduced healing, new passive for single target and AoE interactions. Chilling Lament, debuff now applies weakened instead of frozen. Marionette applies humiliated status post fragile stunned. Dark Lullaby, corrected tooltip for stun duration. Glee, reduced healing, added damage mitigation and potential bounce effect. Pep, reduced base duration, new passive extends duration and shares pep with allies after flourish. And fixed various bard-related bugs and visual issues. Wonder if it's the giant drumstick. Mage is up next. Enhanced visual effects for Imbue Weapon, Wand Finisher's Beam, and Magma Field. Fixed instant casting bug for Frostbolt, Fireball, and Lightning Strike after accelerative blink. Resolved VFX issues with Resplendent Beam, Chain Lightning, and casting Magma Field and Blizzard near walls. Now here's Ranger. Updated visual effects on ammo imbues to reflect the type of ammo imbued. Improved visual fidelity with camouflage. Fixed a bug where parts of the Ranger's body would remain camouflaged after exiting camouflage. Fixed a bug causing thorns to not flag its owner as a combatant when dealing damage to another player. We've got a short list for the tank. Added collision to tank walls and major visual effects update for tank abilities. And same for the cleric. Resurrect will now be granted automatically to clerics when they reach level 6. They changed the cooldown of cleric resurrect to 30 seconds and updated visual effects for chains of restraint. Mounts got some love this time around. Mounts despawn when 100 meters from their owners and share PvP status, improved movement and increased base HP, and fixed bugs related to flickering, incorrect cooldown displays, extended cooldown timers, and visibility of special actions for other players. And a few fixes for our caravans arrived as well, as they added caravan recovery feature and improved in-game messaging for defense stages, reduced health regen from 0.1% to 0.01% of max health, added unstuck ability, fixed bugs related to dismounting, walking on docks, turn-in radius, cargo interaction, and incorrect displays, addressed issues with the purchased caravans showing as unavailable and an exploit for duplicating commodities. There are many awesome changes to the environment as well, with enhanced visuals and lighting across Vera, including improved night scenes, fog, and updated bridges. Awesome. Enabled lightning storms, dynamic cloud casting shadows, and variable wind intensity. Reduced wind effects on clouds, trees, and tents. Improved road and asset loading, especially around Carfin. Updated cliffs, mountains, rivers, shorelines, and improved low graphics lighting and performance. Fixed distant water rendering, object pop-in issues, and reworked collisions for various structures. The character creator got some love too. The Vec and Empyrean characters can now properly utilize tattoos. They added the Blessed Sandal to available tattoos. Fixed a bug causing skin to show when transitioning between archetypes in the character creator. And a few changes to rewards and loot. Adjusted item drop rates and types for enemies in the Tower of Carfin. Fixed Carfin loot sources. Fishing now yields varied item rarities and certification experience. Updated drop rates for named enemies. Added reward tables for giants. Creatures drop more droppings with an increased chance of rare droppings similar to other raw materials. Gotta get that heroic poop. Some changes to Artisanship as well. Enhanced user experience for processing station and fast crafting menu. Stations can now yield multiple items. Fixed bugs related to station interactivity. Incorrect recipe components and tier/resource mismatches. Replaced mulch with droppings in tier 1 farming recipes. Fish can now be used as fuel. Adjusted hunting animal respawn times and eastern mountain tree population. Don't know if this means faster or slower though. Addressed issues with tanning recipes, fuel values, and crafting times. Added more sources for cooking recipes and resolved placeholder text bugs on Artisanship screens. Next is UI tweaks. Reworked UI with updated icons, windows, and customization options, improved quest delivery window, and added report a bug to the escape menu. Corrupted/combatant status now visible in target, party, and raid windows. Added an option to adjust NPC/player nameplate display range. Removed invite to party for non-leaders. Renamed city chat to citizen chat. Fixed multiple visual and functional bugs related to scroll bars, quest objectives, chat text, skill tree reset, and party invites. A few audio updates as well. Updated audio distance and sounds from Sammy's Hope and for tank, ranger, and mage abilities. Added audio for crystal golems and updated mining resource sounds. Fixed bugs with node music, NPC audio, and unlit fires sounding like lit fires. And added more cowbell. Several changes to nodes came as players are now informed about the consequences of renouncing citizenship. Node buy orders now allow lower minimum item contributions for new orders only. Updated interfaces for various node services and added dialogue for node guards informing non-citizens. Rearranged marketplace locations for consistency and repositioned mercenary NPCs in level 1 nodes. Clarified node ward and territory ward descriptions. Reduced mayoral commission contribution requirements. Fixed NPC placement issues and removed certain equipment from vendors. Added ambient NPCs and improved service building construction animations. Fixed several bugs related to tax payment, node war participation, item duplication, and other visual and functionality issues. Next, Guild Wars and commissions, quests, and events got some updates. Fixed UI bugs with the Guild War declarations. Fixed a bug causing the Guild War UI to not display the current score in an active war. Fixed resource spawning issues in Sweat of Your Brow quest. Updated commissions and cargo quests for better location alignment and clearer objectives. Repositioned the commission's quest giver in Sammy's Hope. Updated fishing commission objectives. Added rewards for the Goblin counterattack event and updated various quests with level adjustments and bug fixes. Fixed multiple bugs including quest marker and event display issues and completion bugs in various quests. Improved event details for Woe of Xander, Marching Mausoleum, Horns of Betrayal, and others. Added new events like Bloom Bridge Blockade, an invasive species near Sammy's Hope, and new ancient epitaphs quest. Adjusted treasure map quest rewards and fixed issues with quest interactions, markers, and dialogues. Some NPCs got a little love as well. Updated NPC populations in various locations, including South Lionhold, Tower of Carfin, and the Sand Squall Desert. Increased aggro radius for Tumok, Firebrand, and Sclarisha. Adjusted patrol speed for Tumok and spawning locations for Firebrand. Made giants more difficult and allowed them to wander farther. Fixed bugs with Bonebinder Shaman's mitigation debuff. Tripped animations, NPC aggro, and NPC spawns. Updated visual and sound effects for many enemies. Added new behaviors like wolves sleeping and giant spiders spawning spiderlings. Nice. Adjusted NPC leashing, navigation, and behaviors for spiders and goblin flayers. Fixed bugs related to NPC projectiles, HP regeneration, cultist debuffs, and NPC friendliness. Finally, there's a few additional notes. Removed cargo storage in Lionhold. Fixed bugs with selling glint at the Hunter's Lodge. Item duplication exploits, and storage item issues. Updated NPC populations in Sammy's Hope and Western New Ayla. Added voiceovers for NPCs in Sammy's Hope and improved giant beetle behavior. Hope it's improved voice behavior too. Fixed multiple quest related issues, including journal window problems, quest item respawns, and interactable objects. Addressed issues with the Caravan Master Dom's dialogue, caravan events, and quest details. Fixed lighting issues causing crashes, overly bright lights, and server/client crashes. Fixed bugs related to testers being unable to connect, deploy caravans, or join parties. Corrected typos, fixed map icon errors, and made performance improvements for lighting. And well, thanks for making it this far. Hope this helped, and that's all for this week. So glad to be back, and I'll see y'all next time.